Hey, I want to do a little intro for this video, and this was about a person that I met in a random match, totally public lobby, not in a party or anything, and he was quite a character, and we eventually got paired up again, and he started to tell the tale of Corduroy, and he's been telling the story over many breaks, and even multiple matches. Like I said, we weren't in a party, but we just kept pairing together in the matchmaking, and this is, I guess, the tale of Corduroy, so hope you enjoy this.
As it is very late in the day, I'd like to share a story with you, if anyone's ever willing to listen. An old childhood story. Corduroy by Don Freeman. But I will not read this story without the consent of my teammates, for it is not fair for them to have to trudge through.
Read your story.
One day, my friend. For now we are in combat. The time for telling stories is at a pause. Now then. Corduroy by Don Freeman. Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it." Late night and evening, when all the sharpers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Suddenly he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there before his eyes was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs, and lamps and sofas, and rows of beds.
5 seconds.
This must be a palace, Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. He wandered around admiring the furniture. This must be a bed, he said. I've always wanted to sleep in a bed. And he crawled up onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. Why, here's my button, he cried, and he tried to pick it up, but, like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. I'm going to stick around if you guys want to hear the rest of it.
And he just left. Okay. Oh, and we got Big Ham Slam again.
Oh, I guess we're right into it. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang! Into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. My intended target is gone. I was reading to one of my companions. Remember Nanaki and Azrael. Did you want to hear more of the story, or is it by fate that we are drawn together? He yanked and pulled. Here we are. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. Now who in the world did that? He exclaimed. Somebody must be hiding around here. He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds, until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the... Hello, he said. How did you get upstairs? The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator, and set him on the shelf in the toy department with all the other animals and dolls. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came to the store in the morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same little girl he'd only seen the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night, I counted what I'd owned saved in my piggy bank. Mother said I could bring you home." "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the sales lady asked. "Oh, no thank you," Lisa answered. She carried Corduroy home. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment, and straight to her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl's-sized bed stood a little bed, just for the right size of him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know. I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder straps fastened." "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too,"
Find
said
the
Lisa,
biohazard
and
container
gave him a big
location.
warm hug. The end.